and welcome back to On the Workbench. Today we're taking a look at the 06 Saab 9.3 Sport Combi. See, it's up on jack stands at the moment, and that's because when I came out from work this afternoon, I noticed that there was a piece of metal hanging under the car. It gave me a little rough ride at lunch, a little ka-chunk, ka-chunk, a little clink, clink. Let's look under the car and see what went wrong. We're looking underneath our Saab 9.3, and if you see the silver piece that goes right here, that is the heat shield that protects the resonator and the exhaust coming off the engine that spans nearly the midsection of the car. In my case, mine has dropped down and is actually dragging on the road if I go over a speed bump or something with low ground clearance, and this needs to get reattached. The tools that you're going to need for making this a repair are going to be as follows. Number one, you're going to need a jack and jack stand. I'm not going to show this here. And you also need to know how to jack up your car properly and safely, because you will be completely under the car. And likewise, you may want a creeper, as you'll see me when I go under the car here in a moment. If you're under the car, safety glasses are a must. There's going to be rust, there's going to be debris. And now on for tools. So after we got safety glasses, you might want some gloves for your hands for dealing with the metal that may be sharp. To remove the old bolts, I'm going to use a number 4 bolt extractor. This is one of those turbo sockets with the spiral insides. And then unfortunately mine are only 3/8, so I've got to use a 3/8 ratchet. I'm going to try to go as low profile as I can. This is the perfect job that if you've got a roto head ratchet like this is perfect for that, or a flex head ratchet. I'm just going to use this one for this job here. And then for putting things back together, this is going to be an M5, a metric 5 bolt. I'm going to go with stainless steel bolts. And then I've got stainless steel washers. These are 1 inch across, and it's a 1/4 inch diameter on the inside. Where I could find the proper size washers to not have fender washers in metric, I had to go to my local Ace Hardware. And then to install this, I'm going to use my roto head ratchet with an 8mm socket, 6-point at the end. You also may want some PB Blaster to help break free the rust. You may or may not need that. Your mileage may vary. And then if you're working on the rear heat shield around the muffler, you also may want some extensions for getting the bolts up there and in, because there's one bolt in particular that's really high up by the muffler, and to get the bolt up there or to get the debris out, having these magnetic snap-on extensions are really going to help. The stainless steel is not quite as magnetic as the part coming off, but it definitely still helps, and it's better than nothing to make sure you get your bolts in alignment. And so why you might want that, so here's one of the ones that came off. You can see how rusty and nasty this is. These actually had a built-in washer with the bolt. I wasn't able to find an exact copy of this locally. I suppose if I looked hard enough on Saab parts, I could find the exact ones of these, but these rusted through. But the studs actually came off okay. As I was removing this here, you can see there's not even really any threads in here. These all are just, maybe they're just basically push nuts. But they go onto threaded studs, and so I thought I'd actually use threaded bolts. That seemed to make sense to me. And so now let's get to work under the car and take a look and see what we've got. Alright, so if we're back under the car, up on top right here is the exhaust pipe. There are 6 screws that hold this on. You can see there are 6, they're actually studs. And so in my case here, when the bolts rusted out, the studs are still left behind, and I think the threads are still salvageable, but it actually ate away at the heat shield here. So I'm going to come back with some bigger washers, if you can see that, to actually make it work. And so there's 6 of these to remove. Here's one on the other side that I haven't removed yet, just so you can see how it looks. I'm going to have to use a screw extractor to get these out. My regular sockets and even my FDX sockets haven't worked. This has come down to the turbo sockets for removal. This is, it's actually not that dirty under here, surprisingly. I had a car wash the other day, and that's what I suspect might have been the final straw. And getting that, you can see there's the rusty bolt, or the rusty stud, and the bolt, and this just basically pulled right out. I imagine it just got heated up with age and softened. And so there are 6 of these to remove. And then we'll have to put on our new hardware. While you're under the car, it's also probably not a bad idea to inspect. You've got a couple brake lines here, and you also have your fuel line, and then parking brake cables, just to inspect the underside of your car to make sure your brake lines are okay. There's no damage or leaks or anything else coming out of those brake lines. Just there, right there, it's just a quick and easy thing to check while you're under the car. All right, so now we're going to be coming in from the rear of the car and going up the rear, because there's another heat shield back by the exhaust. If you've got the V6 variant, there's going to be 2 of these heat shields. I've got the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder, so I've only got 1 heat shield here under the car to worry about. Let's take a look at it. Here we are under the vehicle. Right up here for reference is where the spare tire sits. And then now here is the heat shield in question that's come loose. So that was my makeshift solution right there with the zip tie until I could get the parts to do it today. Sometimes you got to use zip ties in a pinch. They're an amazing little tool. And so now I'm going to repeat the same process here. I've got 3 studs, 1 right there with the zip tie, 1 right here, and then the other one here back where the exhaust, and this is where the extensions come in. That's all the way up there. And so to get your ratchet in there, you might want some extensions to be able to get it all the way up there. And so those are your 3 to replace. You're going to use that same turbo socket to remove it. You may want to shoot with some penetrating oil if you're having troubles getting it removed. And then we're going to replace it just like I did on the other ones. And so it's the most difficult part of this job is actually just jacking up the car and working on your back and then taking the car down. Otherwise, repairing these heat shield mounts, it's actually not that difficult. I mean, you're working on your back, but it's not bad. So I hope you found this video useful as your little tip here on dealing with these damaged heat shields. Have a great day. Bye.